Hello and welcome. I am Scrabberlock and this is AO Tennis 2 Career Mode. We're in Season 2, 2021, right at the beginning in January at the Quimper Open. We're in the finals with our fictional Italian player, Anabella Mancinelli, who is playing McClarty, an unseeded player in this tournament. Before we go any further, we want to set it to Pro. The entire match will be played on Pro. We've managed to win pretty successfully on semi-pro to the semifinals, is mixing up semi-pro and pro, serving and returning in the finals. And now we are going to be playing against Mila McClarty as the number 7 seed and the favorite to win in this particular one. We have a 56 overall, which matches her because of our form in the base level is 51, so she's a little bit better, more powerful, way more stamina. So we're not going to be able to tire her out. Equal speed. She is higher overall, of course. Equal forehand, slightly better backhand, slightly worse serve. So we're pretty close, but statistically, this player is probably more likely to win. Not sure how the form affects things in terms of stats. Anabella will be wearing her black outfit once again. Um, and yes, we'll go into the final. I'm going to double check when we get started. If we were playing live, I'd say somebody remind me to double check the the difficulty to make sure it's pro. That I think I have the default difficulty of the game still set to semi-pro, but I could be wrong about that. And I think somehow, even though I set it right before, as you saw on pro, it switches back to the default game setting. I'm not entirely sure why it has you set it in so many places when then it doesn't obey them. But anyway, this is the entry. Of course, there's no music because the music was getting me copyright warnings. So we're just silent on this, and we'll see Anabella come out. The player who's favored to win always comes out first in the video. At least on these courts, when you get to the Grand Slams, then they show you walking out of the breezeways and stuff. At least the Australian Open. I don't know about the other places. Um, the other three tournament Grand Slams, AO Tennis 2 doesn't have the rights to, so I'm not sure if they show that entrance or not. So this is the final, and Anabella loses the toss, but she's going to serve first, as we would be doing anyway. Now, before we begin, we're going to make sure that we are on, in fact, pro, and we will just stay on it for the match, win or lose. I'm perfectly happy getting to the finals here, even if we don't win the tournament. It'll do a good job for our ranking points, and it will get us some pretty good winnings. I think we've already basically won about 12,000 or something like that. I'm going to head on in. Is that going to go in? It did. That was lucky there. I hit it a little too close to the line. There's a nice setup shot, forcing her all the way off the court for the easy put away if you hit it right. Didn't need to go anywhere near that close to the line to win that point. Held it too long. Wow, that's quite the shot there. 30-15. And a serve and volley. Oh, she got me up the line. I was going cross court. Committed too early. 30 all. So let's see if it does again what I mentioned the last time. That it always seems to come out really... It comes out swinging. And it breaks you on the first... your first serve. Holds its serve really comfortably. Goes up 2 or 3 love. And then it sort of pulls back and lets you back into the set. Let's see if that happens here. So far, we're in it, more or less. All right, she saw me going up the line, so I'm going to go to the backhand, and that's first serve. Let's try this again at the body. Okay, that one went in. See if we can get her going side to side, and then wrong foot her a little bit. Think we got that. We won the first game of the match. I'll take that. We hold serve without any break points, right? Forced her to do the teleport out into the doubles alley. What I mean by the teleport, guys, is you could see on that slow motion, you'll see it in the future multiple times probably. It's not able, at the running speed of the animation, to get to the ball, but I guess in order to make the game more challenging, it gets to it anyway by sort of doing this like super slide over to the it's like it turns into the Flash for a second, or I don't know, Iceman sliding across Frozone, you know, from Incredibles. It just does this like slide kind of into the doubles alley. 30 love. So one just unbelievable ground stroke and an ace at 98 miles an hour. Wonder how many aces she's going to have in this match. Almost aced me again. And she's got the lob it. So I did it to her, what she usually does to me, what the computer usually does to me, and kind of lobbed it over her head, but then she did a lob ground stroke, lobbed drop shot. And I could not tell that, just from seeing it, I could not tell that thing wasn't going to come to me. So she's at 40 love. We've had no bite at all on her serve. I'm going to head to the net now. Well, we got 1 point. 40-15. We do know that I can break serve on Pro, at least for some opponents. Whether I'll be able to do it for this opponent, I don't know. There's a second drop shot winner. Yeah, I just... no ability to... like, the moonballs I can maybe do, but the drop shots, not at all. And if she does that a lot, I'm going to have to come into the net even more. Because you can't drop shot somebody at the net. At least not that way, right? I'll be on top of the ball. So... man, she just hits with such pace. And she couldn't get to that. See, that's the... I still don't understand why the computer doesn't seem able to deal... whether you're playing or it's playing, it doesn't seem to be able to deal with those, like, floaters. No, can't get to that. 30-15. So one thing you're probably not going to see is many love games, at least on my side. Right? Because the computer's just not going to let you do that on Pro. It's just going to hit shots too well for that. Try a flat shot there. Now a slice. Let's try some mixing up the pace a little bit. More slice. And now flat. Top spin. Slice. You know, and so I'm just trying to mix up the pace. Didn't matter. She still got me. 40-30. And this is Pro. What you're going to again see... well, so far 4 of my 8 winners have been at the net. I suspect you're going to start to see that proportion will climb. But we'll see what happens. Got her there. 2-1 Mancinelli. So far, doing all right against McClarty. McClarty, Hungarian. That doesn't sound... I guess I don't know that much about Hungarian names, but that doesn't sound a lot like a Hungarian name to me. Maybe I'm wrong. very, the computer plays, unsurprisingly, since this game was made in 2020, a very modern style of tennis, right? The just power game. And again, it won't let me swing, even though it looked like, to me, it looks like I'm right there. I don't know, maybe at a different angle it would be clear why I can't hit the ball there. I don't know. I need to get into the net, I think. Here we go. Watched up the line, and she went up the line. 30-15. So you can see here, I went cross court with it, then I stayed there, protected up the line, and that's where she went. And how did I know she was going up the line? Just a guess. Yeah, I came in way too late on that. I gotta come in again. Got her. Yeah, that was... I didn't position myself correctly at all in that point, like any of it. So I shouldn't have actually won that point. In real life, I would not have won that point. All right, we're close enough, so we're going to go on in. Can we get it? We got it. Nice little, wasn't intentionally a drop volley, but it looked like a little bit of a miss-hit volley there, and it's break point number 1. It's the first break point either one of us has had in this match, I think. Now I'm going to be looking up the tee because the computer usually switches it up. It was going wide. Yep, not really up the tee, but closer toward the center. All right, we're close enough. We're going in again. Oh, we got her with that approach shot. Tony Trabert rule, if you hit approach shot good enough, you don't need to hit the volley. Probably wasn't shallow enough to come in there, but it didn't matter. It is 3-1 Moncinelli, and we are now up a break. And that one out. Love 15. Try a body serve. She got me. Love 30, so now we're going to see if she's going to break right back. This is the old computer clutch play. That's going to go out. Yep. I wonder if the computer rigs it, you know, like it forces you to peg it to the line. Did that go over? 15-40. Well, we know what we're going to do. We're going to serve and volley. Or at least half volley. Got her. 30-40. Still break point. And she made another unforced error. So that makes it deuce. Alright, so we'll stop serving and volleying for now and see what happens. Ugh. There we go. Slice it. Top spin it. Slice it and approach. Nope. Didn't get to it. She got it. Break point again. Oh, she must be an actual player instead of an invented one, so I guess she actually is Hungarian. Because she's pronouncing her name. The umpire. That's a better volley. That's what we like to see. Advantage. Moncinelli. Into the body. Drop shot. Back to deuce. So this is one of these service games where it's just constantly being deuced. Yeah, I knew she was going to try to come back to that side since I was all the way over to the backhand side. Let's see if we can serve and volley and finish this. Nope. Deuce. And she's got me there. No, not yet. Let's run in. Got it. Advantage. What is this, the third time? Let's try another serve and volley and see if we can get it. Nope. Missed the first serve. Man, that was way closer to the line than I intended. Follow it in. Got her. And that was a struggle, but we've held serve and consolidated the break, and we are now up 4-1 in the first set. And that is why real players don't do moonballs, or try not to. Now that's sort of a defensive stab. It's perfectly reasonable to do it in that case. The main problem with the computer is it's just too accurate with the moonballs. You can't moonball onto the line like that. It's just not possible. Unless you're Michael Chang or something. Or Yvonne Lendl. We've hit 19 winners to her 12, so that's a good stat to have. You want to see that you're hitting more winners than the opponent. That means that you're, if not in control of the points, you're in control of how they end. Right, she's completely in control at this point here. So I'm going to take the control away by running to the net. There we go. Oh, geez, did that even go in? It looked like it went out. Let's take a look from this angle. Not a great smash. It just floated in, but oh, right on the outside of the line. Love 30. I'd love to get another break here and serve for the set. Do not want to let her back in. We've seen with the computer that it is capable of just coming right back at you. One thing, it's not at all clear to me whether there's sort of a morale for the computer. Now, if she, say, gets broken again, would it get demoralized? Right? Does the crowd cheering get her back into it? I mean, that really should be programmed in if it's going to be realistic. But, I mean, many of Jimmy Connor's come from behind wins. He had the crowd right behind him. It's double break point now. And he was fist pumping and the crowd was cheering. And that energy got him psyched. And he won lots of matches in his later years at the U.S. Open in particular and Wimbledon with the crowd behind him that he might not have won if the crowd hadn't been on his side. As Jim Courier, I remember, said when he played Jimmy Connors in '91, when in that great run that he made to the semifinals, Connors, Jim Courier said, you know, he worked really hard to make sure he won that first set and kept the crowd out of it, because he said he knew if the crowd got into it, Connors would be unbeatable. He said, I did not want the crowd into it. I had to basically shut them up. And so he said he tried to just crush Connors as much as he could, because he knew if he didn't, if Connors won a set, the crowd would go bananas and he would get psyched and he would become unbeatable. And he knew the guy was 39 years old and Jim Courier was like 22 or something and had won the French and everything. And he said, I knew if Jimmy Connors had won a set and got the crowd behind him and got pumped, he would be unbeatable at the U.S. Open on center court like that. You cannot beat him when he's pumped like that. So, the crowd getting into it and pumping you up has a big factor. Now, this is a super tiny crowd, so again, if I'm programming, I'm going to factor that in. There aren't that many people here. The crowd is kind of very small, so it would be unable to pump you up. On the other hand, the crowd always love to see a come from behind. They always love to see, for women's, a 3-set match, for men, a 5-set. They love tie breaks and stuff like that. She double faulted away the game. And so I would program that in, right? That if it's a big crowd and it's, and it sees you break back, right? You're down 5-1 and you break serve. The crowd cheers. They're trying to get you into it because they want to see you come back and get to a tie break. They want to see more. The crowd at a tennis venue, they love tennis. That's why they're there. They want to see more tennis, especially if it's a good match and you're both playing well. They want you to keep playing. They don't want it to end. And so they will cheer to try and get you. They want you to come from behind, right? They will cheer for that. And if they think you're trying and not giving up when normal people would give up and you're still trying, this is why they were so behind Connors. Because everybody else would have given up on many of his matches, and he kept trying anyway. And then everybody's going to see it. They're hoping to see that amazing come from behind that only Jimmy Connors could do at the U.S. Open, Not only Jimmy Connors, but also only when he was at the U.S. Open. Not that he didn't come from behind at other times, but there was a certain magic to it when he was there. All right, we're going to the net here. Nope, she got me. And so the crowd, in real life, if you had a big crowd and she's down 5-1 and wins a really awesome point like that, the crowd would be going nuts. Right? And that might pump McClarty up and make her... She got me there. Yeah, see, they would cheer for that really loud, too. Passing shot on somebody who's been dominating the net. All right, now it is set point. Right, and crowds like nothing better than to see somebody save a set point. Right, they like the come from behind. They like the close match. Right? They don't want to see 6-1. They want to see 7-5. Let's take a look at the stats. 25 winners for me, 16 for her. Both have 4 unforced errors. 14 of 17 in the net. It's probably more like 14 of 20 because sometimes it doesn't count the approaches, but it's still pretty good. So yeah, if I were programming this, I would definitely write some kind of scripting that would have the crowd cheering when you come from behind. The crowd would get into it. They might get out of it if you're being crushed, right? They get bored. They don't like to see, somebody getting whipped, and it's not fun to see only one person winning every point. So I would program that, and then I would program different players. There would be some sort of a hidden stat, or maybe I'd even expose it to the game player, to the gamer playing this game. But a stat about how much the player feeds off of the crowd, how strong their morale is, right? You'd have some players who just have terrible morale, and once they start to fall apart, they just collapse. And then there are other players who, they're really stubborn and you can't beat them. And, who was it? John Newcomb said of Jimmy Connors, he's most dangerous, unlike other players. Connors is most dangerous when you get him in trouble. It's like he's much more dangerous when he's in trouble than when he's cruising. You might be able to sneak up on him and do a come from behind against Connors, but it's really hard to get ahead of him and beat him while you're ahead. Now McClarty is acting like the pro setting CPU, right? Untouchable on 3 straight points on her serve. And 4 straight points. So that's a love game for McClarty. She's up 1 love. Let's try up the tee. Alright, that's a short ball, so we're going to take it and run in. Got her again. That forehand volley into the corner is working pretty well for us in this match. Let's go up the tee again, this time with the topspin serve. So corner to corner play. Got her. That shot has worked a few times today. 40 love. See if I can get her on a love game the way she just did me. Flat serve into the body. Moonball. Nope. She got me there. 40-15. And that is game 1-all. So that's a swinging forehand volley. It really isn't a reason to swing from that position. She could have just punched it, but we'll take it. Wow. Did that go over? Oh, man, that went over. You raise your racket. Sorry, not sorry. Win 10 points from the ball dropping over the net and landing in. I don't feel like it's happened 10 times to me. That's only the second or third time. That's an achievement. I feel like that's only the second or third time that's happened to me. Maybe it happened to Anna Kournikova too, and it counts them all. I'm not sure. 15 all. Yeah, I'm just not timing it right for some reason now this game. 30-15. Again, a red dot. That's going to go out. No, it didn't. That's going to go out. Yeah. I'm just red dotting it every single point this game, every single shot in this game. I'm not sure why. There it is again. I wonder if the computer is making the timing harder. I don't know. $15 love. There we go, that's a green dot. Got her there, 30 love. I thought she was going to get to that because it was another red dot. 40 love. Let's go serve and volley here. Got it. That's a good solid volley. So that one, you saw the dot was going straight back. That's because I was also running her forward into the net, and I guess I kept pushing it, but it worked. Wasn't intentional. I was trying to aim it a little more toward the corner, but it worked. I'll take it. 2 all. And she's got me there. Yeah. 15 love. So you can see already this is a much closer set. She's been untouchable on her serve. You can play at the corner-to-corner game, sweetheart. I've managed to do a few of those, where I get her in one corner and then send it to the other corner. And I'm not hitting power shots because we're still below 50 power. When I go above 50 power, I will try doing that occasionally. Wow. That was a sort of a drop shot, slice shot. Not sure what that was. 30-15. I can't remember what player was playing Jimmy Connors, and they were just really hitting the ball hard at him, and Connors was coming from behind and doing a nice job. And I remember Tony Trippett saying Jimmy loves pace, right? He likes it when you hit the ball hard at him because he's a counterpuncher. She got me there. So he likes pace, and the way to beat Connors is to play with soft shots and angles more than pace. And whichever player this was just kept trying to hit the ball harder and harder. He's like, that's not going to work, and they did. It didn't work, and Connors won the match. And I feel like Anabella here for us, and me as the player, is the same way. That last shot notwithstanding, I do better with pace than with the fluffy moonballs and the drop shots. And the little, tiny little cut angles on the slice. Those are the ones that always get me. Oh, see right there. But when the computer hits with pace, I can mostly handle it. Got her there. 15 love. $30 love. Wow, too close. 40 love. Gotta watch here, right? Because now we're getting late in the set, and you don't have a lot of time to break back if you get your serve broken, right? If she breaks serve here, it would become 4-2, and then she holds to 5-2, and now you're just almost out of the set, right? So let's see what happens here. Typical computer hijinks would be for it to go from 40 love to breaking me. Here we go. 40 love to 40-30. Got it though. That's game. 3 games all. So now for her the problem is, because we're late in the set, right? Same problem for her. She doesn't want to get broken here, or then she's serving to stay in the match the next time, right? So she's gotta keep hitting those winners, or she's not going to be able to, she's running out of time, right? There's only a few more games left in this set. I have not been slicing enough. There's topspin there. Flat there. Caught her. That little corner shot, cross-court backhand, has worked well this match. I don't know, 4 or 5 times I've had a winner over there. 15 all. I'm going to run on in. Got her. 15-30. She's playing really deep. You've got that nice shot there, and boom, cut it off. It's not a great shot, right? If she was in position, it would come back for a winner, but because she was out of position, that cut off is a winner. Man. 30 all. Not even really hitting it that hard in that last shot. Slice it there. Now we're going to flat shot it into the corner. Top spin it. Top spin. Flat. Got her, and it's break point. That's what we want to see. We can break here. That puts us up 4-3. We only need to hold serve twice for the match, but you don't want to think too far ahead. Just play the point. Worry about the future games when they come. Always remember oh, we got it. What a nice shot. So there's a great, I've mentioned it before, there's 2 great videos on YouTube, one outdoors and one indoors at the US Open from, I think it's 2019, with Boris Becker, Mats Wilander, who's the host of the show. It's like a podcast of his. Mats Wilander, Boris Becker, John McEnroe, and Ivan Lendl. It's great. If you're interested in tennis, these 4 guys have so much tennis knowledge combined among the 4 of them. It's just, it isn't even funny. It's amazing. And at one point, McEnroe, I think it is, teases Wilander because at the start of a tournament, even like when he's a defending French Open champion or whatever, at the start of the tournament, he would be asked, like, what chance do you think you have to win? And Wilander would say, I have absolutely no chance to win. And I thought, okay, well, he doesn't want to think ahead. And what he said was, no, that's my way of getting rid of the pressure. He didn't like the pressure. Like, there's no pressure on me to win because I think I have absolutely no chance to win. Put the pressure on the other guys. They are all better than I am, and they'll probably win. And then Ivan Lendl said something very interesting. He said he always felt that pressure is a self-inflicted wound, right? You inflict the pressure on yourself. You choose whether to pressure yourself or not. He then admitted that he frequently pressured himself, but he said, it was always what I wanted, it was my pressure for myself, not pressure somebody else put on me. Yeah. 40-15. And that is game, and as I was saying when it was 3-2, right? You're late in the set now. We had a break, and now she's serving to stay in the match, right? So it gets very dangerous after you get 5 or 6 games into a set. One break can be the end of it, right? I don't actually have to break her serve here. I'm going to try to, but I don't have to. Oh, I'm lucky that didn't go out. I don't have to, because all I got to do is hold serve to win the match, right? She has to hold serve or the match is over. And that was my fault. I started going one way with the return and then decided to go the other way, and it was, yeah, you can't change your mind mid-swing. That's a miss hit. Let's run in. Got it. 15-30. That was a sloppily played point that I did okay at the end. Whoa. Man, that was going for an ace. 94 miles an hour only. Looks a lot faster. Oh, shit, she got me. 30 all. So one thing you'll probably notice, when the serve is up the tee to my backhand, I end up, right, when the serve is to my backhand, like that, I end up hitting to her forehand. When the serve is to my forehand, I end up hitting to her backhand. Why? Mostly because it's easier, I think I've mentioned this, it's easier to steer the dot in the same direction you're running. Another sloppy point for me. Alright, let's hit it right. There we go. Yeah, I was too busy talking there. 30-40, it is now match point. Championship point, in fact. If we win this point, we win the tournament. Yeah, she's not going to let me win it that easily. Wrong-footed me. Deuce. Got that one. It's championship point number 2. McClarty flirting with the abyss. And now it's second serve. Doesn't seem to matter. Keep an eye on the serve speed at the second serve and see if it's any slower. I can't watch because I'm watching the ball. Yeah, it was slower, right? 63. We got it. Got it! And that is the match. We've won our first challenger. Tier 3 tournament instead of Tier 4. Give me the little smile. There you go, Anabella. So she's won her first challenger, 6-1, 6-3 on pro. So that was good. And let's take a look at the stats here. I mixed the serve up reasonably well. I'm pretty happy with that. Winners, I hit more of them to her backhand. And a few more of them off the forehand. What did she do? She hit a lot more off of her backhand. Yep, the cross court from her backhand to my backhand made a lot of winners for her. 50 winners to 31, 10 and 4 serves. I'll take that. That's good enough. And so we should get some XP. We're not going to get, I don't think we're going to get anywhere near enough XP to level up, but I'll be training after this. So, but the next time you see us, we should be leveled up. Let's see what we get. You get 400 for the match, I think. Oh, there's going to be a cutscene.
Great to see you notch up your first challenger win.
So now it looks like we're starting to collect some trophies. Not all of them are up there.
It's getting exciting now. Where to from here?
Let's take a look also at our ranking, the effect on our ranking as well. So 400 points for the match and 1,000 points for performance, and we're about 80% of the way to 90% of the way to the next level. We got 50 ranking points. Guys, we have moved up to rank 207. Wow, we were ranked 330 or something when we walked in, and we earned 7,200 in prize money. So we've actually got some real money now. We're going to rest. And then we have training, and let's take a look at the calendar. We're going to be playing in the Futures in Switzerland. This is a grass, which is why I wanted to do it, and then training and rest week. And I think I've selected another grass tournament. This one is in the UK in March. Seriously, we're doing grass in Geneva on the second week of February. Geneva, the second week of February, is probably 15 degrees Fahrenheit out. Then we have a clay tournament that I've picked for Hungary. Not sure if I want to do that or maybe switch to the Challenger. We'll see. But this is 25 ranking points, so we should be able to gain some more and move up into the top 200s. If we look, we're now actually eligible for the Worlds because you got to be in the top 250. So since we're eligible for the Worlds, I think we're going to go Challenger in Spain rather than Futures. And then I actually think we're going to rest this week. And I had to think about whether we need any of these. We've done Nets for Vets. I don't remember which style it unlocked. I'm going to have to go check that. So anyway, we're going to train, and then I'll bring you guys back for the Geneva Futures. Again, just the semis and the finals. But yeah, we're doing pretty well. We are ranked 207th in the world. And there's another Italian, Abigail MacArthur, ranked 208th. So we're doing pretty well. Let's see. Let's go to the skills. We have 11,000 bucks now. So we could theoretically start moving the top spin up or maybe the volley up. Ooh. Yeah, we get that up to 64. I'll take that. So that moved the volley up a little bit. Our overall ranking is still, our overall rating is still 51. Good sportsmanship shown by Mancinelli, and that's a picture of our opponent. Yeah, we're still angel status there. So that leaves things in pretty good. We're in pretty good shape, guys. We don't have any new sponsorships, unfortunately, but we'll hopefully get one soon. We're ranked 209th in the world. We've moved up, right? Remember, this time last year we were unranked and below number 1,000, and by the end of the year we were in the mid 300s, and now we're ranked 209th in the world, and or seventh actually in the world, and hopefully after the next futures, um, or the next couple of futures on grass, if we're on grass, hopefully this our preferred surface will be able to serve and volley a lot and stuff. Hopefully, if we do well in those two tournaments, we'll be in the top under 200. You know, being in the top like 180 or so. And then it's time to, I think, say goodbye to the futures and do challengers and the occasional world at some point. But I think we're going to wait a little more for that. I think we really need to be um, probably we need to be a couple more levels before we get to that. We need to get our speed up to 60. We need to get our reflexes and our stamina up to, what is it, 57. And then I think at that point, I'm comfortable going into the worlds. We may not win those, and we'll just do sort of the occasional world tournament. But we'll see. I'll look at the calendar and think more about that off screen. But I think this was good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And until next time, I am Scrapperlock, and this has been AO Tennis 2 with Anabella Mancinelli, our fictional Italian player in her second year of career mode.